On February 11, 2026, the Republican-controlled U.S. House of Representatives narrowly passed a sweeping elections bill that would impose new nationwide voting requirements, including proof of citizenship to register and a federal photo ID requirement to cast a ballot in federal elections. The measure, known as the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility (SAVE America Act), cleared the chamber 218 to 213, with only one Democrat, Representative Henry Cuellar, Democrat, Texas, voting in favor alongside all House Republicans. The Save America Act would overhaul parts of federal election law by requiring documentary proof of U.S. citizenship, such as a U.S. passport or certified birth certificate, when registering to vote in federal elections. Under current law, voters must attest they are citizens, but there is no routine requirement to show documentation. Mandating a government-issued photo ID to vote at polling places, a standard that goes beyond many existing state laws. Imposing new requirements for mail-in ballots, including submitting ID information when requesting and returning ballots. Sending voter registration rolls to federal databases and requiring states to remove non-citizens, even though non-citizen voting in federal elections is already illegal. Supporters of the legislation argue it strengthens election integrity and public confidence by ensuring only eligible citizens participate in federal elections. They also point to widespread public backing for voter ID laws in polls, with some surveys showing large majorities across party lines supporting some form of voter identification. Democrats and voting rights advocates have strongly opposed the Save America Act, describing it as a voter suppression measure that would disproportionately burden marginalized groups, including low-income voters, people of color, the elderly, and those without easy access to passports or birth certificates. Critics have highlighted that millions of eligible voters lack the required documentation and that requiring such documentation could erect unnecessary barriers to voting. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has referred to the bill as Jim Crow 2.0. asserting that it would disenfranchise eligible citizens. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called it a desperate effort to suppress turnout rather than an effort to secure elections. The Save America Act now moves to the Senate, where its prospects are uncertain. Because most legislation requires 60 votes to overcome a filibuster, Republicans would need support from at least a few Democrats to push the bill through, a challenging hurdle in the current partisan environment. Some Republican leaders have floated procedural strategies to advance the bill, but no clear path has emerged. The debate over the measure highlights the deep partisan divide over voting access and election administration in the United States, particularly in the build-up to the 2026 midterm elections.